All right, guys, welcome back to the Shaw's Reading at Third Grade Angels. This will be our last two recordings so that we can finish this book up because we're going to be on chapter 13. But is everybody ready for a read aloud?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody say read aloud.
Read aloud.
Say read aloud.
Read aloud.
Say R-E-A-D aloud.
R-E-A-D.
Everybody say read aloud.
Read aloud.
Say read aloud.
Read aloud.
Say riggedy riggedy read aloud.
Read aloud.
What did you say? All right, guys, so we're going to do chapter 13, but I want to remind you guys what happened on chapter 12. So it was where George was just realizing that everybody was doing all kind of crazy things. People were, they were not picking up trash off the floor. Even Judy Billings threw her bubble gum wrapper on the floor. One little boy did like on the what is it called, swing, and somebody sat on it. So he was just like, what is everybody doing all this crazy stuff? And realized that something's going on. So we're going to find out what's going on. All right, chapter 13. Let's turn the lights on real quick. Hold on. All right, now that the lights on. Chapter 13, Chip Monkey. Darren Tapp is still in the race. I guess that means that he doesn't do anything bad yet. I sneaked a peek at his cursive. It's as perfect as mine, and I think Mrs. Sims whispering to him. I saw him holding a door for a girl. Uh-oh, he did the same thing. He sits up perfectly straight in class. I tested him at recess. I stood next to him, and I dropped a piece of paper on the ground when I was sure Mrs. Sims wasn't looking. What do you think he did? He picked it up. So there's George dropping the paper on the ground, and there is Darren picking it up. He's trying to get a halo. There's only one thing that all this can mean. Darren Taps wants the first halo too. I guess the big question is, does he want it as bad as I do? I can feel his breath on my neck. I'm running faster and faster. I volunteered to do the dishes at home. My father thought I was joking. He laughed. We have a dishwasher. I tried to buy a box of dog biscuits with my allowance at the supermarket. What's that for? My mother asked. For Mrs. Sims' dog, I told her. Mr. Moto. I thought you told me Mrs. Sims cannot be bribed, she said. She can't, I said. But this isn't for her. It's for her dog. Put it back, she said. Some people don't make it easy being perfect. But I'm not giving up. When I see students heading for the water fountain, I rush ahead and push the button for them. I hold the door for boys, not just girls. I don't even think about the word zipper nose anymore. It's not easy. As soon as I think I'm finally perfect, I think of something I missed. And then there's another problem. People keep messing me up. Like the other day in school, I was doing the cursive letter P. Then I had to go to the bathroom. You get it? He was doing the cursive P, then he had to go and P. When I came back, I found a whole line of letters with an extra curl at the bottom. They looked like bees. I looked over at Joey. He was doing his letters, but his face was getting red and blue from trying not to laugh. It took me 5 minutes just to erase the messed up line. That same day after school, I couldn't find my teddy bear, Winky. It's always sitting up against my pillow. I finally found it in my underwear drawer. Every day I find something else where it's not supposed to be. I know my sister is doing it. But until I get my halo, I'm afraid to fight back. So I headed for the tub. So there he is when he's sitting there and his letters got changed and he's mad because he has to erase it. And there is his missing teddy bear, Winky.
All the time that he was winking.
No, his teddy bear's name was Winky. Mom found me in the suds. Oh no, she went. Chipmunky again? She was right. I've been in the tub almost every day lately. I'm a nervous wreck, I told her. I don't know why that was funny, but she laughed. Yes, I can see that. She sat on the edge of the tub. Don't you think maybe you're getting a little carried away? Maybe you're taking this angel business a little too far? I have to stay ahead of Darren Tapp, I said. He's just waiting for me to make a mistake. She reached into the tub and tugged my earlobe with soapy fingers like this. Besides, by the end of the year, everybody will have a halo. It's okay not to be first. It's okay to be second or 10th or even last. It's okay to not be first? I tried to wrap my brains around those words. I couldn't. And then yesterday, 4 things happened. Uh-oh. What are the 4 things? Chapter 14. Oh, no. The first thing happened in the morning at recess. I saw a candy wrapper on the ground and picked it up. Joey poked at me. Why do you keep doing that? I told you before, I said, I want the first halo. But look, he said. He pointed at the school and all around the playground. Mrs. Sims isn't even here. You're not even getting credit for it. I grinned. Yes, I am. He blinked. You are? I got closer. I whispered. She has spies. He boggled. What? Mrs. Sims can't be watching everywhere all the time, so she has spies. Her friends. His eyes darted around. How do you know? My mom said. The boggle went away. He did more blinking. Then he was grinning. I mean, not just any grin. The grin was so big it was almost scary. Let me see your big scary grin. What's so funny? I said. Your mom, he said. What do you mean? He poked me. She was joking, you dude. There ain't no spies. You're calling my mom a liar? I'm calling your mom a joker. He tossed a gummy bear at me. It boinked off my nose. There ain't no spies. There ain't no spies? Now it was my turn to boggle. The second thing happened in the afternoon. We were riding home on the bus. My sister sat behind me. She kept taking off her seatbelt and reaching over my seat and sticking her finger in my ear. Like a wet willy. She knows I can't stand that. It was getting harder and harder for me to not strike back. So I got off the bus early. Hey, she called. It's not our stop. I kept walking. I prayed she wouldn't follow me. She didn't. 2 other kids got off with me, Heather first and Constantina Pappas. Heather said, this isn't your stop. I know, I said. I started walking for home. I heard a scream, Buster! Buster! A little black and white dog came around the corner. It had a leash, but there was no person on the other end of the leash. Then the person, a teenage girl, came running around the corner, chasing the dog and yelling, Buster! Buster! Buster looks like a little rabbit.
Yeah. Maybe it is. No, rabbits don't really exist.
So here's a girl chasing after him, and here's Buster. So you know who this has to be. George. The dog was heading straight for me. It was almost close enough for me to grab the leash when it turned and started across the street. I went after it. I dove after the leash. I grabbed it. I felt the tug of the dog on the other end. I heard screaming, the teenage girl, but someone else screaming too, even louder. Brakes. I was lying in the street. I looked up. The dog at the end of the leash was inches from the front fender of a car. Suddenly, the girl was picking me up along with the dog and wrapping us in hugs and tears. And a lady was coming out of the car saying, oh my God, oh my God. I can't even remember walking the rest of the way home. What I remember is the third thing.
I said something. Wait, I wasn't saying that something. Was that the kid? Cause what the kid? Well, what did the teenage girls do?
She picked him up.
I thought that was the bus driver.
No. The third thing happened in my room, on my bed. I was still shaking too hard to make it to the tub. I closed my eyes. I took deep breaths. I finally started to calm down. When my brain started to work again, this is the first thought it sent to me. Hey man, you just did the best good deed ever. Slam dunk, that halo is yours. Then my brain sent me Joey's words. There ain't no spies. What if he was right? What if there were no spies reporting back to Mrs. Sims? What if I wasn't going to get credit? What if the best good deed ever was going to go to waste? The fourth thing started with my brain talking to itself. So don't let it go to waste. How do I do that? Make your own report. So that's what I did. With my best cursive, I wrote down what happened with the dog. I included everything. Buster, Buster. The brake screeching. Oh my God, oh my God. I filled up the page. I folded it real neat. I put it in an envelope. I sealed the envelope. I put the envelope in my book bag. When I got to school today, I put the envelope on Mrs. Sims' desk. And I couldn't believe what I saw. What do you think you saw?
That's a halo.
Another envelope was already sitting there.
It was his.
Oh no, I thought. Darren Tapp must have done a slam dunk good deed too and wrote a report and beat me to it. I was shell shocked. I didn't raise my hand in class all day. I was more zombie than human by the time Mrs. Sims said, "Well, angels, tomorrow's the big day. One of you will be the first to get a halo." Da, da, da. All right, we're going to stop there, but I want you guys to think and make a prediction. What do you think's going to happen? She said someone's going to get a halo. So what do you think's going to happen? There's George trying to get a halo. There's Darren trying to get a halo. And we don't know if anyone else might be trying to get a halo. What do you think?
I bet it's his.
Who, George?
Yeah, I bet the kid right here.
George.
Yeah. I bet like she already had one, and he wrote one down for no reason.
So you think Darren or Darren can't? No one has one yet, so that can't be the right thing.
I feel like there was someone else doing a good deed, but that
Someone that he didn't suspect was doing a good deed. I haven't read this book before yet, so I'm reading it with you guys. But my guess is maybe they both can get it. Why not? Why can't they? Or can't there be a tie?
She said only one person can get it.
Oh, well, maybe she'll change her mind. Haven't you had an adult change their mind before? Okay. So, anyways, we will see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Come right back, and we're gonna finish up the book and see who gets the